What is up, you guys? Welcome to Convo and Cocktails, episode 1. I guess this would be like of 2022.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, we got Timeout with Michael here with us tonight in studio. Like, not like you're from Wyoming.
Yeah, I'm right here. It's live. We're not like, hey, connect to this, connect to that. We're live right here in the studio, Midlife Vibes Studio.
And you would not believe, like, how cheap is your airfare?
$11?
How, like, you always say that, and I was like, okay, I can never find anything for $11. So, like, how do you even get here for $11?
Groceries. I buy groceries and I buy gas.
So you have one of the airline cards.
Yeah, I have an airline card. So I mean, but it's simple. Like seriously, you go buy your groceries, pay for your Verizon bill, pay for everything with that card, and then just like if you go get gas, $50, turn right around and pay it right off. Right, it comes out of the same bank account. Why not? Right. So I read this article one time on Yahoo or something, and this guy just completely took advantage of all of those credit cards. So he like Skyline miles, and he had Starbucks points and everything. Like he just lived his life off of rewards, and that's all he did. And it was like that. Yeah. So I would say every time we fly, every other time we fly, it's free, but you have to pay for the taxes. So it ends up being like $11, $6 or something like that round trip or something, or each way.
You got to spend a lot of money to get those miles.
Yeah, we got to fill up that truck. You know, gas has gone up to like $5. Groceries, HelloFresh, Verizon, you know, cell phone bills, TV bills, things like that. Seriously, we do. That's all we do. We just pay everything with that card and then pay it off with our, you know, our bank account. So easy.
I just tore up an American Airlines credit card application.
Did you?
Should I have kept it?
Probably.
And should I?
But the thing is so we have two of them. We have American Express that does Delta, and then we have our Chase card that does Southwest, and you go back and forth. So again, it depends too, because Southwest used to be the cheapest airline, and now they're really not the cheapest airline. I would say Frontier is actually the cheapest, but they're horrible.
You never want Frontier and Spirit and stuff like that, like major airlines.
Yeah, so you're looking like at United is pretty cheap. Delta's actually been really the cheapest one the last 2 years for us. So we've really used Delta. So I like that. That's probably the best one. It's the best one.
We have a live studio audience here tonight, and it's so distracting.
It is distracting a little bit. Not too bad.
Just a little bit.
So so the podcast is Convos and Cocktails. So do you prefer a beer or do you prefer a cocktail? And when we talk about beer, if you're going to go with beer, what beer are you going to go with?
You're making me think.
Yeah.
I
want you to think about this.
So, no, I don't prefer beer per se anymore. I used to be a big beer drinker. Like that was my thing, like to drink beer. But now I am more of a seltzer guy. So I'm drinking seltzer. So when you say beer, do you mean seltzer? Is that included in the beer?
Yeah, that's included. Well, it's so a seltzer is included in there. It's called an FMB, which is a flavored malt beverage. So they're all malt beverages. Well, most of them are, but it's a flavored malt beverage. So it's still in the beer category.
But it seems less bloating.
Yeah.
Like it has less calories.
Less calories, less sugar.
Less sugar than beer?
Oh, yeah.
I would think a seltzer would have more sugar because it's sweeter. But so that's just for flavoring.
There's zero sugar in these.
So I should drink more seltzers.
Yeah.
Becky might say otherwise, but I don't know. So I'm more of a seltzer guy, but I'm only more of a seltzer guy today is because yesterday we were out drinking and I was a hard alcohol guy.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking old fashions and Kentucky Mules, which were not mojitos.
Yeah.
Not mojitos, described as Moscow Mules. When I ordered it, it's a long story. I ordered a Kentucky Mule and they brought me a mojito, and then they said it was a Moscow Mule, and I was like, no, I wanted a Kentucky Mule. And they're like, okay. and then they took it back, but it was just they got it so wrong. I
Yeah.
don't know how they did.
So your go-to for beer is seltzers right now. So
Yeah.
that's where you go to is a seltzer. Cocktail, if you're gonna go cocktail, your go-to cocktail.
I'm going to cocktail. I'm going with some sort of whiskey or bourbon.
Straight?
No, I like the old fashioned, so with the sugar in it, but probably I'm doing like a 7-Up, or I don't know about a Coke. I like more a 7-Up with my whiskey.
Okay.
So I'm doing more like a 7-Up and whiskey or 7-Up and bourbon, something like that.
Okay. So you like a sweetness to your drink.
Yeah, it's hard for me to drink hard alcohol straight. Like the closest I will get is like an old fashioned.
Okay.
Which is pretty much straight, just with some sugar and some orange in it, right? And maybe some bitters. Like I could do when you throw some bitter. We were having this conversation about bitters, and I'm like looking over at my bar right now, and I'm like, I have bitters there, but like bitters, I think I could do it more like a whiskey with bitters, and then I'd be good. But
what's a bitter? Like what do you?
I don't know. I'd have to grab it. Like I don't know. Here.
So is it bitter? Is it got that bitterness to it, or is it just a flavor?
It's just a flavor. See, this is old fashioned aromatics, and I got this because it said old fashioned. So I thought it meant like old fashioned drink, but I think it's just thinking like old fashioned times. But and it just says for use with cocktails, but it just adds a certain flavor to it, like a few dashes, and it just adds a certain flavor to it. So I'm like, it works. This works good. I like this one with 7-Up or Sprite, Sierra Mist, whatever that like a 7-Up and whiskey and this. That's like my mix right now. Like I can drink that all night long.
All night long?
Well, until I pass out.
Until you pass out.
So it only takes a couple.
It only takes a couple.
I'm not like you.
I don't know about that.
I'm not a seasoned pro.
Seasoned pro.
No. So what's your drink right now of choice?
Are we talking about beer or cocktails?
I don't know. What is it? What do you normally go to?
I mean, I work with beer every single day, so I get tired of looking at it. I go back and forth. It depends on the season. So right now it's cold where I'm from. So I'm a big dark beer drinker, but dark beer doesn't go wonderfully in the summertime when it's hot. So I like a dark beer. I really have been enjoying this Ultra Amber Max. So it's the ultras. It's got the light calories, but it's also a darker beer.
But so it's not an IPA.
No, not an IPA. IPAs are hard. Like they say that if you do not acquire a taste of IPAs by 35, you'll never enjoy IPAs.
And I don't enjoy IPAs.
So you'll probably never enjoy an IPA. IPAs have kind of grown on me. I'm a little bit more adaptable to them, but at first I hated them. I had to have like 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6 beers. I just went I had to have a lot to even start on one IPA. Now I enjoy them. Like I taste them. I can taste all the different flavors of the hops and your florals and your citruses that are all in there. So I can taste all those now.
I taste this weird taste.
Yep, the hop. You're tasting the hop.
Yeah.
So they always just say, why don't you go for a less hoppy beer? So I don't know. That's the thing. IPAs are the thing right now. Actually, what's huge is like juicy IPAs and hazy IPAs. Those are the big thing. The haze craze is what they call it.
So almost like a Hefeweizen type of IPA?
Nope. It's fruity. It's got more like your grapefruits and your oranges. All those citrus flavors is what they're really going after.
So if I was to drink an IPA, I definitely like the citrus flavored IPAs better than just a regular IPA.
Yeah, I would say that because you like the bitters, you like the sweet cocktails, so you like that.
Like I don't mind like the grapefruit IPA or whatever. Like it's okay. It's not my best thing I'd want to drink, but if I had to drink an IPA, it would be that.
Yeah.
And then I think we were with Juan, and he said IPA has more alcohol in it, or higher alcohol content.
Higher alcohol content. Not always, but for the most part, IPAs are higher in alcohol content than most beers that you see that are on tap or in the bottle that people are serving. That's what they're going after.
What's the average alcohol content of an IPA?
6. I would
6,
say.
so that's pretty close to a seltzer. Those seltzers are like 5.
Yeah.
Most of them are like 4 or 5. I think a lot of them are 5.
But you see that, it's funny. You people go up there and they don't even care. They're not looking for a brand. They're not looking for a flavor. They're not looking for this. They're going up and they're going, oh, that one is 5%. Oh, that one is 9%. I like that one. Let me see that one.
No, but the 9% have a very alcohol-y taste to them.
And I think that's why people go towards the IPAs, because you're tasting all those hops and you're not tasting that alcohol. Because I think like your higher percentage of seltzers, like with the higher they go for alcohol content, I think the worse they taste. I think it's horrible. It's like way too much.
No, yeah, like anything like the platinums. It was
the platinum seltzers.
The platinum seltzers.
They're hard.
And then there was another one. I was just like, I guess if you want to get trashed quick, I guess that would be the way to
Four
go.
Locos.
But the flavors, garbage town.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I don't know. I can't do the flavors. Like I get through one, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to even drink this anymore. It's not enjoyable.
Cocktail wise, I don't know. I don't do a ton of cocktails. Like I kind of went on a fun.
Mark.
That's not a cocktail. I don't know. I guess that is a cocktail. That's just like rum is my go-to liquor. If I go to, I love rum. I'd love to be rolls right into what I like for other things, pirates and.
But like just like a Bacardi or.
No, not Bacardi. I like Captain Morgan Private Stock. Actually, it's the expensive one. It tastes way different than regular Captain Morgan spiced rum.
Oh, so it's not a spiced rum?
It is a spiced rum. Yep, it's just a little bit different flavor. It's a little bit. It's got more of that spice in it, I guess, is what we have.
Yeah, like I like Bacardi and Coke and lime. Okay. Cuba Libre.
Yep.
Like I think the lime cuts through that stronger rum taste and just. It feels like you're just drinking a lime Coke.
Yeah.
And I don't know, with rum too. One thing I liked about rum, because I don't drink a lot of rum lately, there's no hangover for me.
Yeah.
There's no upset stomach in the morning. There's nothing. It's like I didn't even drink the next day.
Hangovers all the time? No? Yes?
No, I really don't get so it's weird. Vodka gives me a headache the next day. Nothing else, just a headache. Just a pounding headache, and I like vodka.
Okay.
But if I drink 2 or 3 glasses of vodka mixed drink or anything like that, straight headache.
Okay.
Just I don't know why, vodka headache. Tequila, I like tequila. Nothing really nausea, but maybe a little bit of an upset stomach.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to think.
Whiskey's
on the closer to the rum category of nothing. The next day, like unless I drink, and I don't really drink a lot, like unless I'm getting trashed, then I'd be like, oh, okay, this is a little too much. But usually like whiskey and rum, like I don't have any type of hangover with it.
Yeah,
maybe a little sleepy, but that's probably because I was getting crazy or staying up late or whatever. But vodka headache, tequila upset stomach a little bit, depending on how much you drink too.
Yeah,
I think actually depending on the tequila. I mean, we've been drinking Teremana lately, and that has not really messed me up at all. And even on some nights when you drink it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
But, I haven't gotten into the 100% pure agave tequila. I have some bottles, but I haven't broken them open yet.
We haven't broke them open yet.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun one.
So I'm like, okay, but that's, I think, probably less hangover.
Yeah.
Because there's less sugars and like,
the impurities,
vanilla and all that other stuff that they put in there to mask the flavor of the tequila. I guess that's what they do, right?
Yep.
So I'm kind of excited to try it. I'm kind of not, because I've never always really been a tequila person, and lately I've been more into like whiskey or like Buffalo Trace, like Kentucky bourbon and things like that. Like I like Jameson Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
So I've been into that stuff lately. Or I think it's Forester's. I think it's the whiskey I've been drinking too. So like whiskey's been the thing lately.
Good to know.
But I don't know.
Good to know. I don't get a ton of hangovers. It's very rare. The headache doesn't ever come. The nausea doesn't come. I would say more tired than anything is what I feel. But I don't feel sick to my stomach. I don't feel pukey. I don't, headache is not there. Yeah, it's hard to get me to that point. I don't do tequila. I get very angry. So I just stay away from that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like a few people I know like get very angry with tequila.
Yeah.
Like it's just tequila brings out the crazy in people, or some people. Like, yeah, some people.
I like to stay away from tequila. I love tequila. It tastes so good, but it doesn't agree with me at all.
And isn't it weird that like certain alcohols have different effects, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
on people? I would think that for me, I think it's just like alcohol is alcohol.
Right.
Like,
But it's all different.
yeah, but like, why does vodka give me a headache?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's the only alcohol that gives me a headache. Like, and it doesn't matter the next day. Like, that's the one effect that it gives me is a headache, and that's it. Like, but an aspirin won't get rid of it. Nothing gets rid of it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know why that is. I have no idea.
I've learned to, as I've gotten older, I've learned to drink water with all in between drinks.
Yeah.
Tons of water. I feel like if I stay hydrated, I'm a lot better. I can last a lot longer. That sounded weird. But
so,
yeah.
So the key to a happy marriage is you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You'll last a lot longer.
Last a lot longer. Write that down, everybody. Write that down.
I'm gonna have to talk to Carrie and ask her about this.
She'll concur. She'll concur. She'll concur. So
oh god.
So yeah, so beer or cocktails, it just depends on what's going on, what the night's bringing. What do they say? Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never sicker. So I always try to stay with that. Like if I'm drinking beer, I don't usually move over into hard liquor or anything like that. And everybody wants to do shots, and
isn't that the problem though? Because everyone usually starts with beer or something softer, and then as the party kind of turns up a little bit, it's like, okay, let's do some shots. And then everyone's like, shots. And
so the key to that is to pregame with shots before.
Yeah.
So then you're feeling good and you can go either way. I don't know. I don't feel like I don't think that analogy is huge, but I think the problem is that you get you're feeling so good and then you start taking a shot and you're still good. Yeah. And then you take another shot and you're still good and it hasn't hit you yet. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just like it finally gets into your, system and boom, you're ready to like, oh, whoops.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Drinking this is over time, you're drinking it. Mm-hmm. Taking a shot is a whole can of this, but it's done.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's do another one.
Yeah, because it hasn't got the that was bad with me with Crown Vanilla and Pepsi. Like, oh, it's just whoop, it would just okay, number 2, oh, and it was gone. Oh, number 3, oh, got, and then by number 4, I was like, holy cow, I'm done.
Wax.
Yep.
Wax you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Why do we even start talking about alcohol?
Because it's convo and cocktails. So I thought we would talk about that. So conversations. Are you more of a texter or are you more of a phone call person? What are you? What do you prefer?
I don't like to have conversations, so I'm definitely more of a texter.
Why? What do you mean you don't like to have conversations?
Because then I have to deal with I want the answer and I just want it right away.
Okay.
And I won't misread into your text. I won't misread the tone of your text message.
Okay.
Because I think that happens way too much too. Like I'm more just straightforward and just, that way I don't have to engage in a long conversation. Now, if I want to have a conversation, then I would call somebody. But like for work or for the most part, if I just want to answer, I just usually just want the answer.
Okay.
So I'm just like text, and then you text me, and then I know.
Okay. Now, do you think that it's now I'm going to go into a further tangent here. Do you think it's a more acceptable and it's okay now with the way the world is going if an employee texts you and says I'm sick and I can't come to work, or do you want that phone call?
I prefer the text.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Either way, they're calling out sick, right?
Right.
Whether they call me or they text me, they're not coming to work. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point of having the long conversation?
Okay. Okay.
Why would I just you text me? Okay, I'm good, done.
Okay.
And with COVID, that happened a lot because when we're out of the building and you're trying to communicate with people, I've learned that the younger generation don't like to take phone calls too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I started off with phone calls. Nobody answers their phone.
Right.
First of all, they didn't know my number because now I'm using my phone to contact people that I've never used before.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know. So they're not answering. No matter how many times called, they're not answering. And then even the ones that didn't know, they don't like, I don't want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to the boss for. So then, but you text them.
Boom, right
the
away.
Same thing I was going to say. I text I copied the text.
Uh-huh.
And then I send it. And I copy and paste it onto the next number, send it. Okay. Oh, thank you for the information. I appreciate it, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom.
Done.
Like they
Done.
responded,
Right.
I left so many voice messages, got like 30 voice messages, got like 2 callbacks.
Yeah.
30 text messages, like 20 callbacks or text backs, know. So the rate of response is way better when it comes to text messages. And I don't know. I think it's just easier, like, especially too, like, let's say someone calls out sick and you want to call somebody to come to work. They're like, oh, that's a work phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So they don't answer, and they're like, oh, I missed your call. I didn't see that you called me.
Mm-hmm.
But when you text them, oh, I see you read my text message.
Yeah.
Okay. They know that, so then they have to usually respond. So I'm just, I think you're opposite.
I'm on the fence about it. I like your analogy of I don't want to have the long drawn. You're calling out sick. However, text message, phone call, I'd rather just see the text message because then I don't have to get into, I'm going to fake a cough or I'm going to fake that I'm sick. Just send me a text. You're not coming. Great. Thanks. Now I just know.
The bosses would give you a hard time about calling out sick. And that would be the thing that they want to call because they want that uncomfortableness that you have to feel.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
And it used to be like, well, what's wrong? Oh, my tummy hurts. What do you mean? What's wrong with your tummy? What did you do? Like, what, then it's like 25. Like, I remember those days when I was young, but I don't do that. So I'm like, okay, you're sick.
You're sick. You're not coming. I prefer text messages because it's easier to. You can just give the answer. You don't have to give this long drawn out conversation of yes or no. It's just yes or no. It's done. It's easy. Now, I do have a rule with a lot of my friends. They know it. They pretty much know this. After 5 or 6 text messages, obviously the conversation is important enough that we need to talk about this. So call me. Let's talk. I don't have time to talk. The other thing about it is too, for what I do in my business, whether it be a business text message or call or question or whatever, I prefer the phone call because my hands are always busy. So I can't text. And when I try to tell Siri to text things, she's like, she just gets it all wrong. It's really bad. So,
and I can't always answer the phone. So I like getting the text message and then I can respond. I don't have to respond right away. I can respond in 5 minutes when I'm available or I'm free or I'm done with my conversation that I'm having with somebody. So then I can then go and respond to the text message where if you call me, I'm going to have to decline your phone call.
Yeah. Now, with Android, so I'm not an Android user. I know you are. With Apple, I have my AirPods, which is a feature that I really enjoy now in the last year. When I get a text message, it will read my text message out to me in my ear. So then now it's even better because is this important enough for me to answer right now, or can I just continue going and working and then respond later? So I really like that. Whenever I get text messages or emails or phone calls, it will read it out in my ear. And I can, I probably should respond. Or that can wait until I'm done doing this. So I really like that. Does Android have this functionality?
I don't know. It might, but I don't use it or have it. So I mean, maybe it is there. I use my smartwatch though. But now when I get a text, and like I could be, walking with the boss, or I could be talking with some people, and I get a text message. I don't have to pull out my phone and look very rude and like, I'm ignoring you. I'm looking at my phone. I can now just kind of turn my wrist and see, okay, who it's from. Is it going to be important for me to respond to? And I can usually tell in the first, the first sentence or whatever.
Right.
And then I can tell like, okay, this is maybe more important than the conversation I'm already having or what I'm doing, or I can just hold off and it's not, such a big deal.
Yeah.
So similar concept, and I don't like wearing earpieces and stuff like that. So unless I'm listening to music or something. But normally I would never. I just don't have earpieces.
Don't have
in
the
my ear.
earpieces. I have
I
them.
know you wear it a lot.
I wear it a lot. It's just something that I do because
you wear one earpiece now.
No, I have two. I
No.
just lost the case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just lost the case. That was bad today. Oh, but no, but that's the other
lesson
thing.
learned: you never take out your case while you're walking downstairs underneath a roller coaster, where you might drop it underneath the roller coaster, or you have no access to it.
Correct. I should have just jumped down there and just whatever, but that one would have been kicked out. Oh,
yeah, that could have been bad.
Yeah, $30 lesson. I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So you prefer texting over phone calls?
Yeah, I think so. And I know people say, well, it's impersonable and this and that, and and the problem to a texting, which I find not for me usually, but for other people, is that they misread. They try to put a tone to your text.
Yeah.
When a lot of times there's not.
They want to hear they want to hear a tone. Sometimes the tone with the
they can come. They're like, oh, he's being short with me, or oh, and it's like, no, I'm not. This is just my thing.
Yeah.
So
we've had a lot of good food this weekend, which brings me to my last topic. You like crunchy tacos or soft tacos?
Well, that's pretty freaking random.
Yeah. We've been eating a lot of good food, so this is one of those things. Like, is it a soft flour taco or is it a hard shell taco that you like to have?
I'm normally more of a soft taco shell guy.
Okay.
But when we're eating, well, I don't know. Like, I like the quesadilla tacos, and those were soft. But I think when you're dipping in the consomme, I think the hard taco. But if you're just doing street tacos, it's soft tacos all the way. Corn tortilla, soft tacos.
You like corn tortilla, not flour?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I like flour tortillas.
Okay.
But I think the two corn tortillas, street tacos,
okay.
Al pastor, lengua.
Mm-hmm.
That's my jam.
I love al pastor.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. Jalisco's doing the street tacos. Love that.
Yeah. So I definitely soft taco for me.
Soft taco for you. And why? And so is just because that's just your thing. There's no particular reason as to why soft or hard.
Because it's easier.
It's easier.
It doesn't crack open and make a big mess.
Okay. All right.
It's just works.
He's looking at me like, why are you asking me these questions about soft and hard tacos? So I prefer a soft taco, and it spills even into more things for food. So like bread, toast, like when you go to Subway or Quiznos or Jersey Mike's and things like that, do you want your thing toasted? No, I do not. I don't want it toasted because what I hate the most is when it scratches the roof of my mouth. I hate that so bad because toasted bread. It's just I don't want that, and I fear every time I have a hard shell taco, it's going to do that. It's going to scrape the top of my mouth, and then it's just like 2 or 3 days.
Big of a problem with things scraping the top of your mouth?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Not like that, but like that. Yeah,
not like that, but like that.
Correct. Yeah, with food.
Well, yeah, but
we're not on that topic. We're not on that topic yet. Yeah. I know they're distracted. I know the live audience is distracting you.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I'm like, do I need to teach you how to eat a hard shell taco?
No, you don't.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted.
I know, but it's just one of those things. Like I don't like the mess either. I don't like when you bite into a hard shell taco, the whole damn 100%. Thing falls apart.
I agree with that. 100%.
And you're just like, okay, well now what I do? Just get a fork or a spoon and eat it like this, and now I have a taco salad. I don't like that, and I'm
still tripping out on the scratching your top of your mouth.
Yeah,
like I just
think about it. When I eat, I put the half of the taco in my mouth, so when I bite down, it's like.
Well, why do you have to put half the taco in your mouth?
That's just how I am. It's just I take big bites and I'm a fast eater. Okay, these guys over here.
You guys are so bad.
But I do. I like this. And the other thing too that I've learned too with the tacos is now having street tacos, growing up a little bit more. I hated onions, I hated peppers, I hated anything like that. I didn't care for. Now I really enjoy that. More so, I now enjoy a corn tortilla. I used to like gag when my mom would give me corn tortilla. Like I could not do it. I hated corn tortillas. I thought they tasted like garbage. I just wanted nothing to do with them. Now it's really hard for me to ask for street tacos. And sometimes there's people that use a flour tortilla. There's one Mexican restaurant or they're not a Mexican restaurant in our town, but they do some Mexican stuff and they use flour tortillas for the street tacos. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
There's a place for flour tortillas, but not in tacos. Like for the most part, not in most tacos. I mean, definitely not street tacos. Like it just doesn't. I don't know.
Your burrito, your enchilada. For me, that's where your
enchilada, you use a flour tortilla. No. Okay, I know. My Mexican wife over here is like, no, you never use a flour tortilla for anything.
But I'm white, and
yeah,
and that's what we grew up with. So we have, that's the thing.
Quesadilla.
Yeah.
I use my flour tortilla from a quesadilla, right? I got the nod of approval, so I'm okay. I got that one right at least. I mean, I can't like what I like. I have to say what she likes. So I don't know, but
vacation or staycation, because I'm on my vacation right now. If you get vacation at work, are you more apt to want to take the vacation and go, or are you really okay with having a staycation and just not doing anything? Both.
For me, I think it's both. I like to go places, but sometimes, like our Walt Disney World trip. I was so exhausted after that vacation.
You needed a staycation after.
So then I needed a staycation after, right? Like that was a lot. So sometimes, depending on how the workload is going and stuff, just I take a vacation just so I can just sit and do nothing.
Right. Now, when you're doing that, when you do your staycations, because I know you do work and think a little bit like me. When you're on like day number 2 of staycation, you're thinking like, okay, man, it's 1:00. I could have been at work and we could have been doing this and this is. Do you think about that? I
worry a little bit about what's going on there, but I'm hoping that. Well, I'm at a new place now, but I'm usually hoping that I've built a team that can handle it,
right?
And so that gives me a little more comfort, and I always have they can, text or call me for anything. So if they're not texting or calling me, then I'm assuming everything's running smoothly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm okay.
Do your days at work run the same? Like Mondays are always built for this. Tuesdays are always built for this, pretty much, or they're always random, just whatever?
No, Mondays are usually always the same for me, but then the rest of the week changes.
Just changes.
Yeah, it just changes. It's different. So there's no 100% routine in my line of work. It can definitely change, and the hours are different and everything's different.
Yeah.
Where yours, I would think, would have more routine.
There's more routine, but there is a lot of mix up lately. In the last couple of years, there's been more of a mix up, but it used to be pretty much routine. And I would look at the clock on my couch. I'm like, yeah, I would be here by now. This is where I'd be doing. This is what I'd be doing. Oh, I wonder what they're doing now.
Well, so do you prefer staycation or vacation?
I'm the same. I definitely think there's a time and place for vacation, but man, I love just staying at home and not doing anything that I don't have to worry about spending money or being on time here. Just I can just sit and just do nothing. I mean, I still do things, but yeah, I just sit and do nothing.
I also think that I like to take a staycation on vacation. So I like to go somewhere and not do anything.
Yeah.
Which seems like a waste, but I don't think so. Like I just like to go somewhere and then just chill at the hotel.
Yeah.
And just do nothing. Like we can go to San Diego and not really have a lot on our plate and just chill at the hotel. Maybe go out to eat, but then just chill at the hotel. Like we were just at Vegas recently. The first night was kind of like a little bit of a party night, gambling and stuff like that. The second day, we spent most of the day in the hotel room, just relaxing, sleeping, watching TV. Went downstairs, ate, whatever. Then went back upstairs, relax, watch TV, went to bed. Yeah. So I think I like the chill.
Yeah.
Vacations. not the
Go.
Yeah, I can't do the go. I just can't do the go
Carrie
anymore.
hates the go, and I'm getting kind of that way too.
And it's like, because it's vacation, it's time to relax, it's time to chill, it's time to, you still want to see things and do things, especially if you're going somewhere like you've never been before. But I like to take it at a slower pace. And you're super fast. Well, you're still young though. You're younger.
I am young. Yeah,
You're
the
younger.
baby.
I mean,
Baby.
you're getting there. You're getting there, but you you and I, we both have old ladies.
Yeah,
So
that's right. So I'm learning.
They're always older.
I'm learning. They're older. Last bit of this whole thing: are you a night person or are you a morning person?
Morning person.
Morning person.
Most of the time. This morning I was not a morning person.
Yeah.
But we were up late. I have this one friend that likes to he likes to hang out, and he likes to just keep drinking, and he likes to have conversation, and he likes to keep the party going, and at all costs.
I'd like that.
And so
I'd like that energy.
Yeah, but I can't hang with that energy sometimes. Sometimes I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Especially if I have to go like today, I'd go to Knott's Berry Farm. So, but I like the conversations.
Yeah.
But I'm getting older. I think he's young. He's your age.
I'm bad because I do for me, my stuff is all about the morning. It's easier in the morning, but I just will stay up until all hours of the night. I'll get watching something on TV or either a movie or a TV series, and I will just get sucked right in, or playing a video game. Video games are bad. Like I've had to put my video games away because I literally will not put it down for like 2 or 3 days. And Carrie's like, you need to stop. Like, nope, I am not finished. We are beating this game, and it's going to take one more day. So just leave me alone. Get me another drink.
And
I'm another energy drink.
I'm like in bed by like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like no problem.
Yeah.
Like if I have to get up early the next day, I'm asleep early. Yeah. And I will fall asleep no matter what. Like if I'm on the couch or in my bed and I'm watching TV, like come 9 o'clock, I start
nodding.
Yeah, I'm out. Like I'm done. Like it's hard for me to go to a movie theater and watch a movie in the evening time.
Yeah.
Because I'll fall asleep. No matter how good the movie is, I'll fall asleep.
I've been falling asleep in movies lately.
See, you're getting older.
I know.
But I'll get up early. Usually, like I'll usually always be up by 7 at the latest. Lately, it's been getting up at like 5 in the morning. So, but I'll get up early. Where Becky's completely the opposite. She'll stay up all night and she sleep in all day.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do that. Like even if I'm up, I can't sleep in.
Yeah.
Up all night, I can't sleep in the morning. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but we'll end it there.
This has been great. This has been awesome. This has been fun. I enjoy this. This is my happy place.
You're the podcast master, right? Right, because you have your own podcast.
Yeah. Timeout with Michael. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. And I'm starting to go that way. So we started at a podcast, and then we moved kind of to live, and now I'm rolling it back in. I mean, it's still live, but it's more of the podcast format so people can listen. That's my strength. That's my easy thing. If I have Carrie that's on, then she can read comments and play on that game. But
you two have a good chemistry too.
My
balance.
My strength is the podcast.
Yeah.
To be able to do things like this. So check it out.
You can do both. Maybe do the podcast and you can do lives with Carrie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so time consuming.
It is.
But you guys have a good chemistry on the stream.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good. She fills in a lot of things. That's sometimes when you're doing things, you need a filler. You need someone to occupy your space when you get distracted or when you have to go on a tangent. Especially if you're doing a live show, it's they got people asking questions and comments, and people go off on tangents, and you have to have that helper and that filler when you're trying to do that. That podcast format. For sure. Well, you guys, I want to thank you guys for listening. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening on a podcast, I don't know how you would like this, but if you're watching it on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time.